Super disappointed locker room. Great battle. You kind of knew coming into this one that it was going to be. I mean, this is a good program right here. Guys have played a lot of football, so knew last week was probably a little bit of an anomaly. And you're coming back here at home. They're getting a bunch of guys back healthy. You kind of knew this was going to be a battle. And you know, fortunately, we had a lot of fight. Obviously, coming back to take the lead there at the end, but we missed too many opportunities. You know, really ice all sides of the ball to really establish momentum and really go get a big lead. You know, from the opening fumble when we were moving the ball to some opportunities to get off the field defensively. The reality is we squandered too many opportunities to separate in this game, and we really, I thought, had a chance to really come out strong there and didn't. And when you do that, you know, you kind of put yourself in position for a dogfight. And so a lot of fight out there on this football team. We had a lot of guys playing that haven't taken many reps yet, especially really on both sides of the ball, especially defensively. And the team just kept swinging. Obviously gave ourselves a great opportunity to win there on the road against a good football team, and you got to capitalize and finish those off. So we're disappointed that we didn't. I like this football team a lot. I like the fight that we show. We've got to obviously clean up some of the mistakes. We had some just really huge breakdowns, obviously on both sides that I mean, it's a few that just directly took points off the board or put points on that obviously have got to be better in a game like this when you got two really good football teams going at it, and that's what you had today. So, yeah, disappointed with the loss. We got to obviously bounce back here in the bye week. We're not a very healthy football team, you know, so we got to really do a good job getting some of these guys' bodies back, hopefully be a little bit healthier going into this next stretch. But a lot to love, a lot to correct. We'll own all of it and be ready to go back to work here in the bye week.
Coach, on that last scoring drive, you got 2 minutes left to score first play after the 2-minute drive, 2 minute timeout. What was the thought process? Were you thinking about maybe draining the clock, or did you just want to score right away?
Well, I mean, we thought about it. I mean, we knew they were probably going to try to be aggressive, and you know, it was just kind of a base, you know, quick game play for us, and Jaden made a great read. And you know, in that moment when you're down 5, it's not like you can just sit there and be too cute with it. I mean, you're playing a really good defense on the road. Like scoring is not easy, you know. And so yes, I mean, you know, would it have worked out great if we'd have been able to bleed some more clock? Yeah, but if you bleed clock and don't score, it doesn't matter anyway. And so you got to score. Obviously, we made a great play, and you got to live with those. I've been in that situation a lot as a coach, and I've seen it play too conservative too, where you say, all right, well, I'm going to bleed clock the first couple downs, and all of a sudden it's third down, and that place is going crazy, and you only got 2 shots. So at the end of the day, you got to score. That's a decision that we made, and our guys did a really good job of executing it.
On that subsequent Illinois drive, what did you see went wrong maybe for the defense?
Yeah, I mean, we gave up a couple of runs, and then I mean, obviously the pass interference, you know, was a big play. I mean, I'll look forward to seeing that one again. I thought that was a pretty competitive play. I mean, I don't have the best angle out there, but I you know, in that point of the game, I hope it was really egregious for them to throw that in that moment. So we'll check that one out. But yeah, I mean, we knew they had a good field goal kicker. You know, he's kicking downwind, so you know, field goal range was not that far out. But we've got to go out there and play better. I mean, we've got to affect the quarterback more. Obviously, stop the run more, and we just never really got him going backwards there, which obviously is disappointing because we feel like we got the group to do that.
I know there are injuries, but how do you fix the pass defense?
Yeah, it's got to get better. It wasn't good enough. I mean, obviously, and that's at all levels. I mean, you gotta affect the quarterback. You know, you got to be sound in coverage. You got to eliminate the run game. I mean, it's still team defense at the end of the day. So look, we're playing. You know, obviously we're playing pretty shorthanded in the secondary, but you know, nobody cares, right? There's no excuses. Like that's college. We got to have other guys step up. You know, we got to play better and coach better there.
Jacoby Lane got involved late, but of course had a smaller role at the beginning of the game. What did you see out of him, especially since he was questionable at the game?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he really wasn't supposed to, you know, really play at all. But you know, kid's a warrior. He just, you know, he just went, and you know, wasn't gonna be able to play much at all, and then just, you know, felt a little bit better than we anticipated because he ain't taken a rep in practice in 2 weeks, and so. He's just a warrior, man. I mean, a guy that's willing to lay it on the line for the whole team in the program. You appreciate guys like that.
You talked this week about the schedule challenges. Did you feel like that played a role at all?
No, I didn't. I mean, I thought we handled it well. I give credit to our administration for letting us do what we felt like we needed to do, and I thought we were fresh and ready to go. And I mean, it has its challenges. Like it's going to be a challenge no matter how good you do the schedule, right? Like the challenge is there. It's just how can you minimize it as much? And I think we minimized it as much as we possibly can. I mean, this is winning on the road stuff, as we saw last night, as we see every week of every year of college football, especially against good teams. So we gave, here we are, up a point with, whatever minute and some change left. I mean, we gave ourselves a great chance to win it.
I know Dan was talking about how Kamari had really helped some with the communication issues in the secondary. How much did you guys miss him?
Well, it was tough just because not only do you not have him, but I mean, he got food poisoning this morning, and it started at, I don't know, right before I walked there. It started like, 6 a.m. this morning. So it's one, losing them, but two, not being able to plan for it, and expecting you're going to have them. All of a sudden you wake up on game day morning, you're playing in 5 hours, and, your best secondary player can't play. So it's unfortunate. We had to battle back, obviously play some of those other guys, Kev and D. Reddick, and obviously Urlacher, and some of those guys had to go. So, yeah, it definitely hurt our attrition, or hurt our ability to be as multiple as we want in the secondary because Kamari does so much for us. So, yeah, disappointed to not have him.
So sorry, how did DG's fumble recovery kind of embody the player he is and kind of, change the momentum in that moment?
Yeah, he continues to fight, and we continued to fight, made some big plays, gave ourselves chances. So, I mean, this team's going to battle. There's no doubt about that. So we got something to work with here. We gotta clean up a few things. We've got to polish it just a little bit, but this team's going to be tough to beat.
At the end of the first half, 11 seconds left, and it looked like you maybe could have had 2 chances to try to score a touchdown. The first play takes 6 seconds.
Yep.
Just take me through that.
Yeah,
Any regrets?
that's right. No regrets. It's right on the edge. I mean, it's you call a play. Thought we had a shot at it. I thought Jaden did a right job playing it out. It was just right on the edge of if we take a shot or not in that moment. And just being how the half had gone, we'd moved the ball up and down the field. Obviously, we had the huge penalty on the trick play that was 7 points right there. I mean, we really, there really didn't stop us. I mean, really ever. We started drives and obviously a couple of the penalties, and that really hurt us. So I just felt like, though, at that point, for us to get in, down, I think 4 it was at the time, I just felt like it was the right time to go ahead and do it. And obviously, those things can play out different ways. You can say, well, throw a quick pass. Well, what if it gets tipped up in the air? Like that 5 seconds is just right on the edge. Could have gone either way. We decided to kick it.
How was Illinois able to negate the pass rush?
I mean, I need to watch the tape. They RPO you some, so it kind of gets you into defending the run a little bit. But I didn't feel like, especially in the middle of the pocket, that we had some of the same impact that we've had up to this point. So, I mean, I want to watch the tape before I answer it. But, I would say, fair to say we got high expectations for our D-line and our defense. And, I would say I fully expected us to affect them a little bit more than we did.
Coach, you talked about not wanting to take away the aggressiveness from the team, but we're 5 games in now, and the discipline on the penalty side is starting to creep in every game. How do you attack that and get that message across?
No, you just keep going. There's no magic. There's no magic thing on this, right? You just keep going, you keep teaching, you keep making examples of them. We're pulling guys off the field that are doing it. We're taking their reps. Again, we got to play aggressive, but we got to do a better job finding that line. And this bye week is obviously, it's a time we got to make a lot of progress on that.
We'll see one more. Jaden, we know you've been working on staying neutral, staying really steady. You had your first interception today. How did you stay steady after that?
The team, honestly, they rallied around me, told me they just encouraged me to go out